Hi there, I'm Dennis with Motorcycle Vent Screens. Thanks for recognizing the quality difference our products make. This is our primary product. It's called Triple Split Screens, and it consists of a complete solution for the Harley-Davidson Road Glide motorcycle fairing. The center split screen will be the focus of this particular video tutorial. The side split screens, we have a separate video on that. Pretty easy installation. It involves simply how to remove and reinstall the outer fairing. Very, very easy. But regarding the center split screen, this is a unique installation into the air duct assembly, and it involves a clip that attaches from the vent flap well and a neoprene pad called a stabilizer pad to hold the curved top portion of the screen in place, even at high speeds. So let's begin our installation by removing the windshield. The windshield is now off, and it's time to unpack our center split screen from the cardboard shipping envelope. Once you unpack it, it will look like this example, which happens to be a gloss silver center split screen. As you can see, there's a green dot which signifies the front. So this will install into the air duct assembly in this manner. But in the meantime, the top of this will be secured in place by placing a stabilizer pad on the inside of this duct here. And since that is relatively inaccessible, we will use a cardboard template to place it. And that will go in like such. But before that happens, we need to clean the inside of the air duct so that the glue holds tightly. So I recommend taking a ruler and some microfiber cloth and spraying it with your favorite cleaner and going inside and cleaning it thoroughly where the pad's going to go. Once you do that, then it's time to install this. This stabilizer pad is attached to this cardboard template with staples. They're unclenched staples. Which allow this to come off very, very easily, which is on purpose, intended. So once you remove this protective film, which exposes the adhesive, we will want to place this into the air duct till it meets this edge here. Which positions it, and then rotate upward. So when you're ready, strip the protective film off, get your ruler, a wooden spoon works just as well, and we position this inside. Remember, the protective film is off now, and we take either your fingers or this ruler to firmly press the adhesive against the inside of the pad so it sticks properly. And once that's done, you put the ruler on the other side and press down to pull the staples free. And that's how that's done. So it's time now to remove the air duct assembly and take it to our workbench. And this is done by grasping the insides of the front opening and lifting upwards, and that pulls loose these retainers here which go into these two slots. So now let's move to the workbench and proceed from there. We're at our workbench now, and the first thing we want to make sure is we don't want to scratch the outer surface of your center vent assembly. So place a shop towel on your workbench for protection. A couple things. One, you'll notice that the vent flap assembly is in the open position. You want to start out that way, and you should be able to see that the stabilizer pad is in place properly. As a matter of fact, now that we have this upside down off the bike on the workbench, you can actually gain access to it with your fingers. And you can press down firmly on the stabilizer pad to make sure that the adhesion is proper. Okay, so whether you're using the gloss silver or gloss black, this is going into the bike. I'll show you with the gloss silver since it's more visible. You want to rotate this through the front opening so that the curved neoprene matches up with the curved top surface of your inner vent, and rotate it like so, so that this straight surface is visible through this vent opening. This is where you're going to want to install the mini binder clip catching the surface, the edge of the straight edge of your screen. So here we go. Let's go ahead and install this puppy. And first thing you want to do is lubricate the curved neoprene portion surface. I found that saliva works very well. So go ahead and do that. It's important that you center this in the opening and then start it in. And then you don't want the top portion to go past this drain slot. So place the straight portion of a paper clip in here, or you could also use a micro screwdriver, something small out of the way, leaving you room to put the clip in place. So we have we'll start off with the paper clip handle in there, and we'll start pushing back. Don't push back too far because you don't want to disturb the position of the stabilizer pad. Okay, and keep pushing back until you can see the top portion of the screen, and pulling it back with the paper clip. I can see it now enough to clamp it. Another way to do this is with a wooden spoon or ruler. You simply place the wooden spoon in here and catch the top portion of the screen, which would be this portion here, pushing it back. Another trick that you can use is you can close your vent flap and then open it not quite all the way, so that the curved portion of the vent flap will actually catch the top part of the screen, the straight part. And make sure it stays in place for clamping. So there you have it. You've got the screen in place and ready to reinstall on your bike. By the way, make sure your wire handle on the mini binder clip, the front one, is rotated down out of the way. The rear wire handle, leave that vertical. You can't move it anyway, but don't remove it, because this will go between the cooling fins of your infotainment radio. Making sure that this can never vibrate loose and fall off. So there you have it. We're ready to reinstall back on the fairing. We're ready to wrap this installation up now. Before we place the air duct assembly back on the fairing, two things. Firstly, we assume you've already removed the fairing to install our side split screens. If you haven't, this would be a great time to do it. The installation is very easy. Simply go to our side split screen support page, and there's a video on fairing removal and reinstallation. The second item to mention is be sure before you place this back on the bike that the closure flap functions properly. It should. The purpose of this clip is to keep the split screen up against this well edge away from the door flap, so it should not be an issue. All right, now it's time to put this back on the bike, mating up this along with the female version, male, female. Quite easy. And then the retainers tabs go into the slots. Quite easy. All you got to do is line it up properly, and that's it. So thank you again for your purchase. Brag about your product, be proud of it. It's commensurate with the quality of Harley-Davidson's finest touring machine, the Road Glide. Thank you again and ride safe.